Um, Thor, we might have to sit down and discuss that a little bit. As far as I know, the audio stuff is still not working. So I could put the other one up. You know, for the other screen. Thanks, good dad. All right, guys, we are just waiting for the raid to come in, unless it already happened. Doesn't look like it, which is cool. Um, I appreciate everybody being here. Thank you, Thor, for always doing what you do. Uh, how's everybody's Friday going? Thor, you're almost to Saturday already. Yeah, 6 p.m. staying close to Saturday. Um, I'm gonna step away just 1 second, grab a drink here quick. Right now, marbles with you guys tomorrow. Impossible Marbles Challenge on Sunday with me. What else is going on? Let's see. We got some announcements today. We got some things to talk about. I'm not real organized. Um, Once the whole group gets here, I'll kind of start with that. Um, and we'll go from there. I am not going to play any music today because I want the VOD to be able to be published. So it will just be awkward silence if we don't have stuff to talk about. So, um, you know, kind of like now. So we're just hanging out. I unlocked a new ball over there, Thor. You see that? A new spot and a new ball. Yay for awkward silence. Absolutely. Oh, really? Oh, whoa, whoa. Oh, yeah, it is. Look at that. Hey, Willie Chills. Thank you for the raid. Welcome in, everybody. We're going to give it a minute here. We're checking out Thor's balls from across the pond right now. Felt Gray, welcome in. Cough. All right, let's see if we can back this up a little bit. All right, guys, so welcome in, everybody. I appreciate you all being here. You know, other you're here, Scooter's here. Thanks everybody for being here. Thank you, Yariel for the check-in, Scooter for being here, Felt Gray. So guys, we got just a few things I wanted to go over today. I want to show you a couple things. We're going to play some marbles while we're doing it. So I think it's showing me, so I got a couple different screens going here. One showing me that everybody's in here, one showing me not so much that everybody's in here. But we're going to start with, we will add this to the screen for now, the promotions for the week. So here we go. We got Miss Penguin went to Goat Hand this week. It is not the normal week to do 100%, but we missed Sabater last week. So due to an alt, so that is why there is 100% this week. So Sabater, you can get in and make your picks right now if you're in here. You got 2 hours before they go over to the goats. New goats this week, Noah Adam and Crimson Ace is back to goat. So both right there, doing enough to qualify. So congratulations to them. 100% club next week again. There's a lot of people real close. Not as far as like some people are on the like real close as far as 100%, but I don't think they're going to be demoted or anything. You know, just make sure your numbers are there so we don't have to make that decision. And then new non-affiliates that have been lurking. We got Mary from the Block and Emily Osment. They've been in my stream a couple times, or one time at least, I know. So they have been doing the lurk thing as much as they can. So let's see. And I see Mary is in here right now lurking. So, you know, doing all the things. Guys, if you're going to play marbles, exclamation play to get in. We're going to do it kind of as we go here. Yes, congratulations to everybody. I don't know about the other stuff that we had talked about, but also Felt Gray and Static are at least goat hands. I don't know what their status is at this point. They got those promotions in the last couple weeks. So yeah. We're going to start the counter at 60 seconds. Down some note. Okay. Yes, goat hand. Not goat head. Again, exclamation mark play. 1 or 2 to get the special balls on the left. All right, let me see if I can check it out. If you guys have questions, I am in the LurkFam voice chat right now. And we can... It looks like Saviter's goat. Oh, no, he needs 100%, doesn't he? There we go. If it's easier to vocalize your thoughts, I am in the voice chat if you want to jump in there. We are starting, and I'm on the wrong screen, so we're just going to follow Yariel for now while I'm doing all my stuff here. Yeah, Scooter, no problem. Just cuz. Well, I don't want it to just be like, you know, there we go. Just be hanging out and talking about crap. Yeah, there you go. Want it to be for questions and stuff like that. So, I'm good with that. But I will mute you if I need to. So we got the curse screen on Yariel, and of course, Yariel was in last. No problem, Scooter. I get it. So some of the things we've been noticing is, why is this thing? This thing is all nuts. Hey, King of Gods, how we doing today? Welcome in. And I'm sure you all have been noticing as well that the viewer counts are going down. And that's obviously concerning to us. I can pull the spreadsheet up and show you kind of some of what I'm looking at. I'm a big numbers guy, so I like to have the data to back up things. You know, as MFN says, you got to have the receipts, right? All right, King. I did not do that before I started, so that'll be a right after we get done here kind of thing. So, let's see, where was I? Oh, so, yes, Yariel, that is part of it. So, a lot of times we see, I'm still waiting on that, but it might be Thursday night, King of Gods. All right, Felt Gray with the win here. Thor second, Yariel third, and of course me bringing up the rear. So, we're trying to figure that out, but I'm thinking I'm just going to be I'm going to have to do it on Thursday nights. This is a great time, but it's noon for me, so it kind of shoots the whole day. So we'll figure that out between the shepherds and nannies and figure that out as far as what we're gonna do. I'm cool with moving it and doing it in one of my streams. Excuse me, I have no issue with that. So, but we'll figure it out. It'll be put on the schedule, or there'll be an event made, or but we will let you know. Lily, welcome in. Thank you for the raid. Hope your stream went great this morning. Well, it's afternoon for you too, isn't it? This afternoon then. Evening, early evening. So, Thor, I will look right at your name. You like bringing up the rear, don't you? Yes, yes. I'm going to come from behind. Silence. So, what were we talking about? View counts, right, overnight. So typically, overnight here in the United States, where if I would have to guess, is Oh, we'll wait. I have them set at 1 minute, so. Are they? Mine show 20 seconds still. I'm going to wait the 20 seconds just to be sure. Hello, bandits. All right. Yes, they kind of do. It's weird. Welcome in, bandits. So we were just going to talk about the kind of viewer numbers, and let me. Ooh, not that one. This one. I'm just going to throw it over here on the screen real quick. So if you look at like what we do here as the the shepherds, you know, let's go yesterday, because yesterday is a prime example of what everybody's talking. Well, kind of. So the numbers kind of get higher overnight, as you can see. And then we had a high yesterday of Gracker. Yes. And there's a reason behind that, we believe, too. But then they kind of, so you're getting into, you know, 2 o'clock Pacific is 5 Eastern, 4 Central. So we're starting to get to the time where people are home from work. They are streaming. Hey, Nuka, how's it going? They are streaming. They are moving their lurks around to different channels. You know, if they're on, you can see at times here when we do pull the goats, you know, let's take me for example, okay? So I have 2 accounts that are set up. If I move one, the only one I move is the goats. Okay? I won't say never, because it does happen occasionally, but very rarely do I have 3 lurks going at once. So you're going to see, if we go back, like, let's say a week, I'm here. Well, let's go next one over. I'm right here on this one. So this is overnight for me. But I was actually up this morning early. I am not in this list. Okay? 100% club is so easy to hit. You don't need to work both schedules all the time. So what we want you to do, actually, I would say that's the opposite of what it actually is, Scooter. You should have 2 lurks, because then they will count. This is just the day for the 15th, MFN. I would 2 per account. Yes, Yario. Scooter, I would say yes, absolutely, Yario. I would say you are not being counted. So this is just I know why you're asking. Because you can't even get to that point, right? So if you go in here, MFN, and click on Goat Chat, and then bring up. Oh, you only see this part, right? This part here. So then the first one down here is always the day that it is, MFN. So now, so it's a different tab. So click on the 21, then it brings up your lists for the day. So this would be tomorrow's, completely empty. This was February 6th. Yes, I get that, Scooter, but let me pull up this other one here. I had this one. I had this one for you guys too. If I can move it. It's a very small one because I don't want to out anybody. Can I move it over there? There's just no room between the buttons. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. All right, sorry about that. I want to show you guys this, okay? So this is last night at about 7:30 my time. No, I'm sorry, 7:30 PST. This is the chat list, okay? This is the chat list. The ones in orange are members of Lurk Fam. So there is 60 people in this chat list. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 are not Lurk Fam members that I could tell. I don't know everybody's alts, you know, all of that stuff. So it was counting 29 views. So what I did was I just bounced around, and this one next to it here where you can only see the A, or the first letter, A, F, G, L, is people that I found just by going to about like 6 streams that were in 3 or more streams. Okay, and once they hit 3 streams, I stopped counting. Some of them, like, I can't remember which one it was offhand, was in like 7 streams. Okay? So those, well, let's say, Shooter, let's say you got 10 of them, right? And it's only going to count 2 of them as far as ad revenue for somebody. That's why if you go look at Stacks right now, I could pull his stream up. I bet you Stacks has 100 people in his stream. But that number down there on your screen, mine says 34 right now. That is what I'm getting ad revenue on, is those 34. It comes up when you do your, I'm going to start the timer here. We'll go 60 seconds here. Exclamation mark play to get in. No, you don't, Lily. I'm 99.9% sure, because then why wouldn't I know, Yariel. Why would, no problem, MFN. Actually, you know what? After this race, I will, Lily, they're getting those people who are going in there. Like if you look at Stacks's, let's say he has 100 people. I don't know what he's at. I know it fluctuates a lot. I bet you, actually, I can pull it up. I'll show you here in just a second. Let me get it ready. 100. Yeah, it really doesn't matter what the number is. Let me, I'm gonna pull up mine while this race is going on. So we got the curse cam on me, but I'll show you something, okay? Let me pull up 2 on the work. I want to find 2 of mine that are kind of a little different. Let's see if we go. When did I stream? Last night. And you might prove me wrong. I could be wrong. I did not check into this before we're doing this. So let's do that. And then we're going to go. Oh man, everything's on the wrong screen. Sorry about that. I moved everything over there and then just... I want to try and find something. And Lily, I would say, here's how you can check it, right? So Lily, you never have 170 people in there, right? Right. And that's what you should be doing. And that's what we're encouraging. That's what we're encouraging people to do, Lily. Have an alt, or one stays on the main broadcast and then your second one bounces around if you don't have an alt. So here's what I would tell you, okay? So, hey, I got a world record and I didn't watch any of it. Here's how I would tell you to check this, right? So if you and Stacks have a day where you average close to the same viewers, okay? Now I know his is like 2 hours, or yours is like 2 hours, and his is 24, or 48 actually his is, because he has to reset every 2 days. Find 2 of them that are close to the same and check your ad revenue versus his. I know you guys are friends. He probably won't have an issue showing it to you. Otherwise, I'm looking for another stream of mine right now, and I will show you how it works on mine. Okay, this is going to be a little weird, but so I have January 12th. Let me move these over here. Here's January 12th. Okay? And it looks like I did a 4-hour stream that day. But I had 34 viewers and about 75 to 80 people, because there's some ones in there that are bots and that stuff that don't count, okay? So January 12th, and here is yesterday, 32 with 77 people. So by what you're saying, Lily, is my revenue, my ad revenue for those 2 days should be identical, or nearly identical, right? Even though I had 10 more viewers counting in the January other one. Why are you, what do you, I guess maybe I'm confused here. Maybe I'm not understanding what you're, because it's different depending on the daytime and where the viewers are from. But these are both scheduled streams. I would bet that 90% of those streams are the same people. Well, and that could be Scooter. The thing is there is nobody knows 100%. So if we go over and look at mine, we're going to go, I'm going to show you my earnings because I make so much. My earnings for yesterday, and because my stream was late last night, it shows up today, but $1.27 on Turbo. Now the ad revenue's not in there, but if we go back to what did I say? January 12th, right? The turbo is 64 on that one. It could be, and we're just trying to find the best practices. But, and I'm going to say this, and I am not bashing him. I just am going to put it out there. Is it? Oh, well, it's not up there anymore.
Howdy, sir.
Hello.
So I've decided to take it upon myself while we're discussing this to probably do a little bit of research into this through Google and other sources while you talk about it.
Okay. Well, and that's the thing, is there is not a lot of information out there. And guys, we're just trying to get everybody on the same page. So, and I'm going to say this, and I have no problem with what Stacks is doing. Okay, so I want to get that out there before him and I got into it a month ago. I think we're past that. I'm not criticizing what he's doing. Everybody needs to take care of themselves. But the 2 times we've seen the drops are when he has gone to 24-hour stream, and now he's adding in the monetary bonus for watching his stream. And then you're getting people who are in 5 or 6 streams and stuff like.
All right, here's something you might find interesting.
What's that?
So it says here, the amount you earn for ads mainly depends on 2 things: cost per mile and ad types. Twitch calculates the ad revenue based on CPM, which is the cost an advertiser pays for 1,000 ad views. On average, the CPM can be between $1 and $10 for Twitch ads. However, the rates are variable and can fluctuate depending on your channel and Twitch ads inventory. CPM prices are highly seasonal, and the CPM price can vary significantly at different times of the year, from $2 to $10 per 1,000 views. June, October, November, and December are the months when advertisers pay the most for advertising spots. Secondly, Twitch has several ad types, such as pre-rolls, mid-rolls, and overlay or display ads. The earnings for all of these ad types differ. Twitch ads operate in similar ways to those on YouTube. However, only Twitch partners can share in the revenue from the ads. I believe they mean affiliates. The ads on Twitch generate approximately 231.8 million in revenue on average, making it a very lucrative for those with millions of followers. One thing that has reduced ad income as of late has been the rise in ad blocking.
So, and something we know about this, right? And
I'm going to read further on and see if there's anything regarding what we're discussing.
Okay. So first, Lily, you're right. And as far as the 100% thing, you're right, because everybody wants to be in 100% because they can get to pick their spots a day earlier, right? But it is not that hard. I can show you last month on the tracker, and I did not work Sweetie Goats hardly at all. You literally have to maintain 1 lurk on the schedule, and if you don't have any issues, you don't even have to lurk Sweetie Goats. And you can still make 100%. You can. Here's January's. Mine is right here. So a little bit of Sweetie Goats here. But and then a little bit of Sweetie Goats at the end, just to make sure that I stayed at, well enough over 100. I'm trying to think if I know anybody who, somebody like here, I would bet Azura Fox is not in Sweetie Goats at all. Just based on his numbers. And he's staying in the 100% club. And there is one other thing too. I'm going to start the clock here. We got 60 seconds, exclamation mark, play to get your marbles in. One of the other things, yes, Yariel, and that's why if I pulled up my, let me pull it up over here and I will, hey, Ramirez, thanks for the lurk. Let me pull it up over here so I don't get myself in trouble here. And I'll show you something from last night. We got 28 seconds, so I'm going to move it over here real quick. I'll show you this. This was my stream last night. I am going to bet that I did not have 162 live views or 117 unique viewers in my stream last night.
Okay, so what I'm taking off of this is a live viewer, a non-live viewer can still view an ad, which means you are still making money from that non-live viewer, which means your live viewer count does not necessarily account to your ad revenue.
But then we should see wild differences between a stream that has 40 people in it and a stream.
Then you have, remember what we just talked about with the type of ad being displayed. Is that other person running the required amount of ads to make that money? Where their location is in the world.
But
so all that all comes into play.
And I get that, but Scooter, if I have a stream with 70 people in each chat list both times, and one is counting 34 viewers and one's counting 44 viewers, my revenue should be the same if I have the same amount of people in the chat list, by what you're saying.
Depends on the ads that get run through your stream on those days. Different days of the week, different ads get ran. You know, different amount of view, like, not, you know what I mean? Like, you could have, you know, all those live viewers may not be seeing the ads on time, or you maybe, though, you have a difference between people running turbo, people not running turbo.
Right, Lily, you're exactly right, and that's why you have to and that's why you can't compare mine to yours, Lily, or mine to Romy's or Ramirez. It has to be comparing your own to your own. Because you're right, some people run more ads. I would bet with what Stax is doing right now, he's running more ads than I am. Yariel got the win. You know, and that's what he chooses, and that's what everybody chooses. The thing we know here,
what my ads are doing. Waffle said it, and I left it alone.
The thing we're seeing here is numbers are going down again, but if we pull that chat list up again, or the checklist again, and we go straight across here, right? Let's just pick a random day. Let's go the 14th. Okay? So, 72, 78, 86, 78, 78, 89, 84. Okay, so I'm just going by line number. I know there's some bots and stuff in there. 86, 82, 75, and 71 for all of the streams that day, right? Now let's go to today, or let's go to yesterday, actually. What did I pick? The 12th?
I think. Do you run one long ad session or multiple short ones?
Multiple short ones right now.
Okay, all right. Just I was just curious.
So I picked the 12th. On the 12th, the average was 43.2. Okay, let's go a different day. Let's go the 17th, because there's a 10 viewer difference in those streams. Okay, and it's basically about a week. So the 17th, 73, 75, 66, 74, 73, 74, 70, 71, 71, 72, 75, 77, and 79. So why is there 10 viewers difference when there's only a couple in the stream list different? Oh, there was one short one there. 65.
Well, maybe the way some people have their settings too. Maybe if they're watching something like not necessarily Twitch, but like something else. Maybe it blocks their view from being counted or something.
And that's what we're trying to tell people is you need to have 2 dedicated views. That's it.
No, but I mean, I don't mean Twitch. I mean, like, say I have just 2 ads open and I'm off watching Netflix, and for whatever reason, my computer is like not allowing my views to go through to them on another screen while I'm watching my Netflix video. That could be something. That just a thought off the top of my head.
Well, and that's why we say, you know, mine, I have dedicated computers to my Lurk. So for each one, just 2 cheap laptops. But yes, Yariel, that's right too. But let's pull this up. If I was doing this, I would have mine here. So I would have these closed if this was my dedicated one, right? Sorry, I'm trying to read here. So if this was my lurking one, I would have mine here, and then here I would have the Sweetie Goats. Okay. If I was going to move one, I would take the Sweetie Goats and move it to, let's see if I know anybody here. Let's say like Mojo, right? So now I'm still counting in the I'm still counting in the mainstream, and I'm watching Mojo instead of the Sweetie Goats. And again, these are things that we've kind of figured out over time. Okay, let's see. Let me catch up here. Might also just be a day where someone had problems and it was rated out to goats. Yes, absolutely, Lily. And I think that is part of why we see higher numbers overnight too. And it's not so much the goats, it's just when it's overnight here in the US and in the afternoon for you guys over in the UK and further east, most of our viewers are from the US. So then they're overnight, they're not messing with their views, they're not moving them around. You'll get a few that are, you know, people like Scooter who don't sleep and King of Gods who don't sleep. And that's why you see higher numbers at night, is my opinion. Right, Lily. So yours, it's midday for you or whatever. And, you know, we can look at MFN's a good example. Yes, Ramirez. Yes, and I've seen that where if I put Sweetie Goats in front for some reason and don't switch it back, it happened to me yesterday. I came back last night at like 9 o'clock and I was on Sandra still. And that was a early afternoon stream. Yeah, and Lily, you know, the goats, you got to reset after if we jump in there. Let's see what Thor. The thing is, on a 24-hour channel, if you're tabbed into multiple streams, say 20, your 2 views will bounce around them. So on a 24-hour stream, they will see your ad review for 10% of the day. So 2.4 hours, not too bad. But if you're only right. But if you're only on the schedule for 2 hours, then you are only counting the stream for 80 seconds. I didn't check the math, but yes. So and this was what I was going to say with Scooter, sorry, is if he's in 10 and those bounce around all day, they're only counting in 2 as far as we know. Right? So he's counting like 2.4 times a day in the Lurk Fam schedule stream. Even though his name is in the chat list all day. Right. But if you have a second or third, if you have a third one open, you don't know where your Lurk is counting. And I think that's the part that is I'm going to start the clock here. 60 seconds, exclamation mark play to get your marbles in. And I think that's the part where everybody's having an issue is I'm still showing up in the chat list, so I'm counting. And that's not because if you look, you know, Yariel, 3 o'clock on the 17th, 29 views, but around 70 people. And you know, we can look back. I pulled this up. I wanted to show you guys this. This is what the last, 10 days looks like. The red is less viewers this week than last week. And I know there's some variation in there. There's different people streaming. But for the most part, we tend to kind of, you know, if you're a like MFN. If you're a Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 4 a.m., you're a Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 4 a.m. usually. So they're very close. And if everybody's doing it the same, the numbers shouldn't change really, right? So, you know, this is the third time since October we've seen a drop. And we're trying to stop that from happening because, you know, I know that while we may not be getting rich off of our revenue, we still want to maximize it as much as possible, right? So, right. And here's the other thing too with what Scooter said that I wanted to bring up before and I forgot. There's a video out there. Thor sent it to me earlier this week. Do you know that the revenue in what is Sweetie Goat's classification? It's animals, aquariums, and zoos. Ad revenue pays higher in that. Because they don't have to worry about me over here, let's say, making a racist comment and then going to an ad for, you know, Toyota or something like that. You know, the worst you might get is a couple of goats humping on a screen or something, but, you know, right there, I'm talking about humping. It makes it less of my content less appealing, you know. And I would bet, and I don't know this for a fact, but I would bet that if the goats and stacks had the same amount of viewers, that the goats would make more in ad revenue because, you know, and Stacks is a good guy. I don't think he's on there being racist or anything like that. We've all seen his streams before. We've seen him talking in here. You know, he's not someone I would consider a unsafe person to view, right? But I would bet you the goats are making more ad revenue. Yeah, Scooter. You know, and guys, this is, I feel like we beat this thing to death because we talk about this. It seems like every time there is a news and Q&A, we kind of talk about the same stuff, but you know, we want to do what's best for the whole group. Hey, Barefoot got the win. Lily in second. Thor and Ramirez are fighting it out for third. Thor's in third. Ramirez coming down slowly. You know, so doesn't help. You're right. It doesn't. And that's one of the other things too, right? I'll get this one going, next map, and then I'll bring up something else and show you guys. So right now, on the Lurk Fam tracker, you guys can !play to get yourself in. And this was going to be my challenge for the week. Okay? So right now on the Lurk Fam tracker, we have, let's just do it this way. I'm going to just count these, right? So right now we have 101 people active, mostly active, 101 people on the tracker right now, right? You know how many people are in this Discord? Give me 1 second. Yes, Lily, a lot. So I figured this. Oh, let me. What did I? Oh, that's a filter on there. Oh, how do I do this? I want to. Let's just go Lurk Fam, right? That should show everybody. 617 Thor says, and that's, you know, there's this says 583, but either way, those numbers, right? We're basically getting about 18%, 15, between 15 and 20% participation. And you got this group over here. You know, who's seen these names? King 3000, Zay the King, Rico the King, Kirby Radio, Cryotron, Marco Herzog. That guy goes live like 9 times a day. These are all people in here that are, they want the benefit of being in the group, but they're not doing any of the things that go with it. You know, and they're just hoping that somebody sees that go live notification and stops to do it. Stops to view them, right? All right, 60 seconds. Right, Lily. But and for those of us who didn't get affiliate through this group, we know how hard that grind is to get 3 people in there watching, right? Where if they did this and came in here and lurked for a week and got 1 spot on the schedule, they'd have affiliate. Right, Thor? Thor took his Thor Sevenfold account, and the last thing he needed to do was meet the time and the number of streams requirement. Because he got 1 spot on the schedule. Back. Right. If you're spending time in other people's streams, they're going to come spend time in yours. And that's what we want. Look at Good Dad Average Gamer. Right, Ramirez, exactly. So most of them are here just to push the message when they are live. The same people complain later on Reddit why they don't have viewers. You're not wrong. That is exactly what they want. And that's how we all started streaming, right? We'd go around and talk to people and interact and say, hey, you know, we talk to people, we network, and then sometimes people show up and sometimes they don't. You know how many Discords I've been in 18 months? About 50. And, you know, if the streamer I'm in there watching has a Discord and I like the guy or girl, I'll jump in their Discord. But I'm in one right now. Great guy. Talked to me in his stream. I've been here for 3 weeks. I still cannot self-promote myself when I go live. And it says, don't ask for it or you won't be given it. But, you know, I've been in the guy's streams multiple times. I'm interacting in the Discord. You know, what else do I have to do? I had another one where you had to hit like level 13 or something like that in the Discord. Well, I don't have time to be in somebody's Discord all day long chatting, so I can hit level 13. So, and I would say that is exactly what Ramirez is talking about, right? Except the opposite way. Those people want you in their Discord, so you come and interact with their channel, but you get no benefit out of it. So they are trying to farm the views from people who are trying to build their community and farm views. Hey, Sandra, how's it going? I am good. How are you? Let's see. We got Coffin Boy out in front here with the win. Lily coming in second. Thor coming in third. So why can't bot talk? What do you mean? In Discord? I don't know. Let I mean, you were talking on Yariel Bot before. I'm not seeing anything. You're not on timeout. You're not banned. I'm going to time you out now. And then we're going to go untime out. Yeah, it's not coming through here either. I'm not. The last thing you said was yes, Thor, yes, or something like that. When we were talking about splitting views. I don't know what happened, Yariel, because the only people I ban is, I haven't timed out that time. You're the first person I just timed out to see if I timed you out and untimed you out, if it would come through. But I don't time people out. I just ban them. And it's usually people. Huh. That's weird. I'm sorry, Ariel. I don't have an answer for that. Because if I was going to ban your bot, don't you think I would ban you as well? Yeah, that's because, and they're deleted because I timed you out. Just to see if I timed you out and then untimed you out, if it would work. Well, you can ask the question, and if you don't want to ask the question out loud, you can DM it to me, and I can whatever we need to do with it before I say it. I can wait an undetermined amount of time or something like that. Okay. I'm just running through things here on what we got going on. Scooter, your PC just crashed? Is that what you're talking about? Yeah, that's fine. Is that what you're talking about? You need a new router? All right. What do we got? We got 5 people in here. We're going to start the timer at 60 seconds. After this one, I will set it up. We're going to go take a 5-minute break. I'm trying to think if I had anything else I really wanted to discuss today. Yariel, are you okay if I talk about that on the stream? They're going to know it came from you. Okay, so Yariel's question was, are you saying that the shepherds manually don't count the lurk if you can tell they were in more than 2 streams? And the answer to that is no. If you're in the chat list, it counts. We don't make any alterations to the list, although just so you guys know, I am going to go through and do a little bit of checking on something, because there was some issues with the way that it was getting copied over. And if you know anything about Discord, if you do an underscore and then another and then type something and then do another underscore, that is the symbol to italicize words. That is the command. So some of them, Fisherman Chris is the first one I found last night. And actually Stacks found this and brought it up, that he had said some of his may not be counting right. So I went and looked, and there are a few where his underscore is not in his name. So I will be going through and I'm going to look at February to start. And Emily, welcome in. I think your name is still on the screen. Welcome into the Lurk fam. Appreciate you being here lurking. This is your spot to ask questions if you got anything you want to ask. So, so I'll be going through and just like randomly as I have time and just double checking the ones with underscores in them. I know Alpine was another one that felt like his wasn't quite counting right. So Alpine and Fisherman Chris are the 2 I know I'm going to check first, and then we're going to go from there and see if there's anybody else. So guys, I would like to kind of challenge everybody in here to see if they can go recruit a new person this week. And I'm not talking go into a random stream, big stream, and start spewing off about Lurk fam, because that's a quick way to get you banned. Go in, meet somebody. You know what I do? Okay. I will add them to, because Grandma has one at the end, don't they? I will add them to my list of ones to check. Yes, Lily. And I think I looked at yours, but I will double check yours. I'm just going to go through, and if I see an underscore, I'm just going to Control F and find them all and go through and look at them. And that's what I did with Fisherman Chris. If I just typed in fish in my search, and 2 of his showed up, I forget what day it was, that didn't have the underscore in it. So if it's in the chat list and has an underscore, I'm gonna check it. It might take me a few days though. So you may see some changes to your stuff in the last, since the beginning of the month. But we had a little group meeting last night. And I can look into that, Lily, and see like where yours are not counting. And yeah, 100 is 100, right? You know, and don't you have an alt too? But that is one thing that we have been doing lately, is less pulling of the goats. So it does, okay, it does affect that a little bit. You know, if we only pull, like, Sandra got the win there. If we only pull like the goats 5 times a day, you know, instead of 12, it will affect that percentage a little bit. Over time, you shouldn't see much, but I think browsers windows also update themselves to not keep tabs awake. That could be a thing, Yariel. I mean, Ramirez, I believe this morning, put a post in that that Windows has an update like today, tomorrow, and we all know what that does to OBS and Stream Elements and all of that stuff once they do an update. So I'm only in channels to talk and do check-ins with my main, because otherwise my bot alt gets shoutouts, and that is of no use to me or viewers. Right. And that's why, and I'm gonna change this because of something else Ramirez said. My alt does not follow a lot of channels. It's just there as a view. Yeah, probably, Thor. So it's just there as a view, and Ramirez sent a message, I don't know, a week ago maybe, about he was getting an error on some people's streams and he thinks it's because he's not following. So, all right, guys, we are going to take a 5-minute break. I just had something else I wanted to talk about when we come back. What were we talking about? Good, I get errors all the time on my alt account. I get error claiming bonus. Yes, I think that's a pretty normal thing, Lily. I think pretty much everybody gets that. Ramirez's was a error like on the screen, like on the actual stream broadcast gameplay screen. You know what I mean? Damn, I had something I was going to talk about too, and I forgot. Well, let's go take a break on the video. I only have it on the alt account on Edge. I read that problem on my main account on Chrome. It kind of weird, but I saw a lot of posts on Reddit about it. Thank you, Romy. That was not what I wanted to talk about. Do you have something about that? Oh, yes, that's what Ramirez's post was. Yes. Ad blocks and not following, and but Romy, you reminded me of my other thing. So let's go take 5 minutes. I need a drink and to not talk for 5 minutes straight, and and then we will come right back, okay? I will see you in about 5-ish.
It's only VR.
No, I've seen people do custom resurgence.
Really?
Yeah, I've
you're right.
watched them do it.
You're right. Onic does. Oh! How do I?
Yeah, he just got wall banged now. I can't get the finish. Got him.
Timmy's got 99 bits to pass me.
Oh, he can hear you two.
Oh, I know he can. I'm sitting here reading.
Oh, there's a body stuck in the roof here.
Hell yeah.
I think he had a
You
rough
touch his
landing.
feet?
Oh, quick scope. Oh, quick scope again. Quick scope again.
Oh my.
Thanks, peace. Sixth. All right, guys. I'm gonna call it there. I appreciate everybody who was here tonight. Let me see if we should raid. Let's raid.
I don't know which one of you is right next to me, but I kept on taking your kills.
Yes, you did.
Sorry.
Every single one of them.
It just kind of happened. I don't know what else to say about it.
All right, welcome back. So the other thing I wanted to talk about was tags on your streams. So you know how, let me pull up my stream here. Yeah, you're good, Yariel. I don't know what happened there. So here's my stream, right? And I'm talking these tags down here. If so, this is not, Joy, welcome in. This is not something we know 100% for sure, but it kind of feels like it when we watch some of the ways that numbers move. Okay, so we all know there's like a variable in the numbers as soon as you do a raid, right? So Lily, I forget what Lily rated me with today. But my number dropped like right away, right? And there's some kind of balancing that happens at, yeah, it was something like that. And now we're down at 41. And there's some kind of balancing that goes on, like when early on in streams, you'll see that where, I mean, I had one back in September, where I got rated with like 80 and my viewer count went to like 130. We know that happens at the beginning of streams. That's why we don't pull chat lists right away, because it'll skew the numbers. But I was watching someone the other night, and I don't remember who it was, but they had 18 plus, like 3 different ways in their tags. And their number dropped from like, the raid was like 60 something. And immediately dropped to like 32 or something like that. And I forget the exact numbers, but it's something that we've seen multiple times with people. Who are we going to watch? Let's see if we can pick one out here. Oh, we ended up with Thor. Nobody wants to watch Thor. No, I'm kidding. So it's, you know who we're going to watch. We get a Nuka cheating car here. So it's something that we have noticed that vroom vroom, yes. I've tested that because Dragon Age automated, if I leave it on, the numbers drop. If I remove it, right. And that's, and is that a tag? It automatically puts that tag on underneath, like where I was showing, or does it say it's an 18 plus stream? And it might have been you, Lily, that I was watching the other day. I can't remember. It was somebody late at night, and the number just dropped a ton. Doc, you missed it all. Yeah, okay. And we know that if it labels it as mature, right. We know that it affects it if it labels it as mature. So, Nuka went in the ditch. Right. And this thing is, and I think that's what we've seen, is that it's only a benefit if you to remove it, right? It has a negative effect if you leave it on there. Something I can, Tomb Raider. I have put those labels because of I smoke, and honestly, some of the conversations that, the village pot. Oh, no, that end up happening. Yeah. And I get that. But I mean, Bandits, when we played Mount Your Friends or whatever that game was called, you guys didn't have a mature tag on there, did you? And that was about the maturest damn thing I've seen. Yeah. So, it all comes down to preference. I mean, even like on YouTube, when I move my videos over to YouTube, it says, is this mature content? And a lot of my content is Delta Force and Call of Duty, and I put it on no. Because we all know I'm getting beat up by 12-year-olds in Call of Duty anyhow, so they might as well watch my stuff if I'm going to get a little benefit from it. So I would say, any way you can take the 18 plus stuff off is going to be a benefit to you. And Lily, I get, you smoke and that kind of stuff, but there's a lot of us. I bet you Scooter doesn't have an 18 tag on his. Oh, really? So And that's the other thing too, is with all of this, with Twitch, with YouTube. He does have an 18 plus tag. Okay. You know, I would say, I mean, we talk about it. I mean, I've already said coming from the back on here today. Don't think that's mature content, you know? So, anybody else in here have anything they have questions on, want to add? 10 is the new 20 these days. Yes. We're going to try and pick the pace up here because we have eight races left because I spent too much time showing you guys my screen. But that is also something that can affect numbers. We are very different streamers, and when I, for example, play cozy games and I have viewers that are not Lurk fam, and I rate out to... Yeah, oh, absolutely. Absolutely, Lily. And some of us have, and not me, some of us have a following outside of the Lurk fam, right? You know, take somebody like Ledge or Mud, Azura Fox. They all had 15 people in their stream the other night in an off-schedule stream. You know, and I've noticed that, like, when I'm on after a Ledge or something like that, or one of them guys, I lose viewers immediately. And that's just the nature of, you know, content creation, because that's going to happen wherever, you know. I'm not... I forgot, you know, I could have just used single wired connection to the laptop for Lurk, so alt should be in here in one. Oh, okay. I'm not gonna lie. There is stuff that some of you guys put out for content that I don't like watching. Now, because it's the Lurk fam group, I leave my alts on, but you're gonna notice I'm not in your streams as much. I might check in, and, you know, everybody knows, like, I like the bandits. They are... We'll wait for the ads for those of you. Yes, Lily, absolutely. Yeah. All right, I think we're back. So, going back here, you know, there's some of you that put out content that I'm not a huge fan of. And I'll be in there to check into your stream when I can, but it's not something I'm going to sit there and watch. Whereas, like, I like the bandits. We have a lot in common. We've developed a friendship and a relationship. Hell, I mean, I could talk to them guys and to the three of them all night, you know? So I'm there for their streams almost the whole time when I can be, you know? And I'm not going to tell you what kind of content I don't like because I don't want to single anybody out, but Lily, I don't know how much you know about me, but I'm a recovering alcoholic. I was in a stream the other day. I like the person, but there was somebody in there that was drunk. And it was just not a night for me to be in that stream, you know? And sometimes we can put up with somebody streaming the content we don't like. Sometimes they're just like, yeah. You don't like Yariel says. As she wins. If you, let's say for example, if you like my Delta Force or Call of Duty content, even though it's not your cup of tea, you might spend some time in there. And you go to like somebody else and you don't like their content, don't like the way they interact with their chat, don't like who they are as a person. Hell, they have an annoying voice or they don't talk at all. You're not going to sit and watch that. And we all know that affects our numbers as well. Yariel, it's some shooting game. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, Romy, I read that and that was what I thought of, because there was one last week where you were a doozy. And there you go, Willie. You just said it right there. You are an exception most of the time because I like you. You can put up with somebody who does things that you don't like if a little bit more if you like their content. Romy, mistakes happen, man. You know, we're none of us are perfect. You know, and this, and that's why I wanted to keep names out of this as much as possible. And you know, I pulled the one spreadsheet up where I covered everybody's name, because I'm not here to call anybody out. None of the goats here want to call anybody out. We're just trying to keep everything going, best practices, you know? I won't. I mean, guys, you guys all know. Right, and that's the thing, and that's one of the big things, Lily, right? Is because if I go to Romy's, and I'm just singling you out, and I see him playing a racing game, and I've never played that racing game, what's the point of me staying there? Right? But if I stay there and I'm there for 20 minutes and I'm like, you know, this Romy guy's not too bad. I may not like watching the racing, but I can enjoy the conversation. And that's all you need. Oh, Nuka, I don't think you made it. You know, Miss Penguin. When I first met Miss Penguin, so I knew Miss Penguin before Lurk Fam. Miss Penguin is the reason that I joined Lurk Fam, just so you guys know who to blame. She used to talk in her stream all the time about how, well, that was nice and quick, huh? Yeah, Doc. If it's not appropriate, I might tell you to ask somewhere else. Miss Penguin used to say all the time, "Oh, I have an annoying voice. I hate my voice," and all of this stuff. And I know that because I feel the same way about me. But who here doesn't love a Miss Penguin stream? Because it's, you know, it's a lot of talking, and she's entertaining, and you know what? Some of you might not like her voice, but you're still there, and it's something we deal with, you know? And Miss Penguin's one of the nicest damn people you're going to meet, so you better be there watching. I mean, you can ask it, Doc. I'm not saying I won't, like, look at it. Right, Romy. And that's, and take, Yariel's a good example. You never know what the hell's coming out of her mouth. I may not like the game she's playing, but she's freaking entertaining. And then I look at someone like me, Anybody else want to get in here? Exclamation mark play. You know, I play games that a lot of people play, but I'm not very entertaining, and I know that, and I'm okay with that. All right, starting the clock. 60 seconds here. We got 7 more races to do here in 34 minutes. So Doc, we did talk about this a little bit as far as the views. And as far as the shepherds are concerned, unless something has, yes, Lily, absolutely. As far as the shepherds are concerned, nothing, and the nannies, I believe, nothing has changed as far as how the group operates. That is a Thor thing, or a Stacks thing. And I looked at your name again, Thor, and then it just came out of my mouth. That's a Stacks thing, and you know, he can do what he wants to with his channel. But we did talk about Freudian slip, yeah. We did talk about how. No, I didn't mean to, Thor. I apologize for that. It was just my mouth opened and the wrong thing came out. You know, he can do what he wants to with his stream, and it has no effect on your standing here in the Lurk fam unless you allow it to by permanently lurking there or taking, I shouldn't say it that way, taking a lurk away from the schedule or whatever and putting it on Stacks. I don't know why he did that. I mean, that would be a question for Stacks. I think I can make an assumption, because a lot of his viewers, and maybe Lily might be better off answering this, because I know she's in there with Stacks a lot and they talk about a lot of stuff, but I think it's more of a way to filter out those other 24-hour streamers from doing the revenue thing, right? So he doesn't want to send, like, I'm gonna use T Daddy from Romy. Okay, so if T Daddy, let's say T Daddy wasn't in Lurk fam, and they're mutually following each other and have screens up, he doesn't want to send T Daddy to a check every month for $10 because he's sitting in there doing nothing in his stream. Schedule still is, or I'm sorry, it is still one on the schedule, one on goats. If you want to put another one on Stacks, that is your prerogative. If you want to take their, and actually it's one on schedule is what we ask. Anything more than that's a bonus. Why am I just sitting here rocking back and forth? If you want to take a second one, I mean, I do it at times. I'll put in, right, and that's what I see too, Willie. When the first thing came out, it felt like it was not explained 100%. There is no reward other than you get a little, let's call it profit sharing or whatever, revenue sharing from Stacks. It has nothing to do with anything you get a VIP badge in the Lurk fam. That doesn't do anything. It's not like you get extra spots or anything like that. And, you know, Stacks is still recruiting for here. Yeah. I was in there the other day, Doc, and he had a list of when he was giving everybody their stuff in their streams, and so look, I'll be honest about it, and Stacks and I have had this. No, and we did talk about that earlier, Doc, about 3 lurks, and I showed some spreadsheets that I have showing a little bit of like what happens and where our stuff is going down. I think, look, total honesty, I've always 100% tried to be transparent as much as I can here. So when it comes to what Stacks has going on over there, I feel like it has affected here. And if you guys know anything, !play to get in, 45 seconds, I'm the only one in so far. When it comes to seeing what has gone on here as far as numbers at the beginning of January and in the last week, I think it's negatively affecting this group. But it's also his channel. And we are all individuals. Doc, I know you don't want to go over there and lurk on him. Lily, I know you do. That is fine. Guys, do your things. Well, I mean, I may have started the whole thing today talking about kind of stuff that we're talking about now, but just maybe not asking the questions the way you are, which is good. He is very minimally involved in Work Fam right now. Let's just put it that way. A lot of it is on the Shepherds. It is healthy to air it out too. And I like I said, I didn't want to turn this into like all sorts of names being called out and stuff like that, because you know that's not what this place is. But it's the legitimate questions, you know. So I don't think asking these questions is. I've asked these questions before, not in a Q&A, but in the Shepherd chat or other places. Nuka, you are like 3 minutes late every time. Right, and I would say the same thing, Lily, is I can't speak for him. I know a little bit of what he's doing over there. I don't spend a lot of time there. I feel like I would hope, and I'll say this, and you guys can tell me if I'm wrong as I fall off the side. I would hope you guys. Right, exactly, Lily. It is his thing to speak for, and these are questions I ask him. I would hope you guys know that I am fighting for what is the best for what I feel is the best for this group. I have fought for people that I don't care for in here. I don't care for you know how some people just rub you the wrong way, but they're still part of the group. They are the person as the shepherds that we need, the people as the shepherds that we need to take care of. You know? King and I had a little, now that he ordered DoorDash, I hope he's sending some to me. Him and I had a little tiff last week. I'm still going to fight for him. You know? And I'll be totally honest. The last time when I asked Stacks some questions and didn't like the answers I got, damn ads. We'll be right back after the ads. We got 30 seconds left. All right, mine is saying we are back from ads. Thor gets a win here. So what was I saying? So Thor and I had a little, or damn it, I did it again. Stacks and I had a little disagreement about a few things like a month ago. I had thought about leaving at that time. I had talked to other people and my not like trying to take people with me. Don't take it that way. But about how I felt about it to get others' opinions on it. And I decided it is better to fight the fight from the inside than to walk away. And so, we've had people leave here multiple times. October, for those of you who weren't here. So answering these two questions. So docs, because yours is an easy one. If you have concerns about people's roles in this, what they're doing, Cenobius is like the whole big boss man, I guess. That's who I talk to when I have issues. Cenobius is very busy. He doesn't always get back to you right away, but I've found that he does get back to you. So, always a good person to reach out to if you have questions, concerns, complaints, any of that stuff. Him and I messaged back and forth one day last week for a couple hours, or earlier this week. I can't remember. I'm going to start the timer here because we got, 20 minutes left, basically. Okay, Lily, for your question. I kind of forgot you were a goat hand. So really what we want is, I'm assuming you do not have access to the spreadsheet to be able to make changes in there. So you can send a request to Ramirez. He's going to ask you for your email address and he'll give you access to that. But basically right now, if you're looking to help out, you can pull chat lists and put them in the chat list page. If you don't have access to that, we can get you access to it. And you can send them to me if that's how we need to do it. Right now we've got MFN, myself, Miss Penguin now, Felt Gray, and Static, and Ramirez, who are doing a lot of it. So, I mean, right now, I think it's covered pretty well. And if you want to just be the one who's like, double checking stuff to make sure it's done, that's kind of what I do right now. And then transfer stuff over into, oh man, I died already, into the spreadsheet. But, last night I met with Felt Gray and MFN last night for about a half hour and showed them how to do a couple things that they wanted to know how to do. I have no problem with that if we can find a time. And, if you have issues or questions about how to do something, No, and I appreciate that. You don't know unless you ask. And, Red Room, how's it going? There's times where Like we went from, it feels like about like 3 weeks ago where there was 3 of us doing it and there wasn't enough people doing it, to now we got about 6 of us working on it and it feels like it might almost be too much. You know what I mean? So, hey Alpine, how's it going? Alpine, you missed it earlier, I'm assuming. But I just want you to know that I will be going through the February chat polls and double checking everyone who has, well, Red Room too, you missed it too, probably, but everyone who has an underscore, just to make sure that their stuff was counted right for February. So just so you know, like, I know you had some concerns about it, it's being addressed. And it will be, I will make sure that it is correct here in the next, week or so. And that goes back to kind of what we talked about last night with Belt Gray and MFN. Somehow between, I think we figured out how it is, and I'm not going to throw anybody under the bus, but let's just say when I copied the list and okay, and that's a Cenobius thing. So you'd have to message Cenobius and see if we can get you permissions to do that as well. But if you post it in the chat, and reach out to one of us and say, hey, it's only a couple seconds to go in there and sticky it. So, but we can get you. Yes, right, exactly. So, big thing is so I think it happened between somebody who was copying and then somebody who was moving it from the chat lists on Discord to the tracker. I think that's where it was getting messed up. So hopefully with what we went through with them last night, we got a better handle on how it needs to be done. So see where Thor's at here. Is he going to beat the fire? He looks like he's going up. So hopefully we can get that so it doesn't happen anymore. But I will double check February and make sure that, oh look, we got coins. All right, we're going to keep rolling here. I'm going to start the timer right away. 60 seconds, get your marbles in. So hopefully we got it figured out what was going on there and we can stop it from happening again. Good question, though, Lily. I appreciate it. And if you want to pull chat lists and do that kind of stuff, we'll just make sure you got access. Hey, thanks Yariel for the biddies. Oh, I like you guys, so except for Anuka, he cheats. Kidding. Just reminded me of I stamp. Is that a gigantified emote, Alpine? I love that, by the way. That is a great thing. You will never win. You are terrible. Yes, I forgot I put that in there. Who do we got out in front right now? All right, we're following the bandits. Also, I hope you don't mind me putting this. I have a charity music event this weekend. I'll keep lurks on, but I'll be supporting the charity event this weekend. Hope you can come and support. I'm playing Sunday at 12 a.m. GMT. Yeah, Alpine, I have no problem with you guys promoting in here. As long as you're not spamming stuff in here. Well, I mean, I'm trying to think of something there to say, Sandra. Nobody's ever complained about my balls before. I mean, dang it. Not to my face, at least. I do. And Thor, maybe we need to figure that out someday. We can sit down and figure that out for me, so I can have something to let you all spend your hard-earned points on here. I do have a fun one that is ready to go, but I kind of wanted to do a big unveiling on stream and talk about it a little bit. Lumi's got some Nair action going on. I'll be playing 4 p.m. Lurk Fam time Sunday. Perfect, Alpine. Yeah, balls, marbles, same thing. Hey, Bang, how's it going? How we doing today? So guys, I'm going to throw 2 other things out there. Tomorrow on my, or not tomorrow, Sunday on my stream, I am doing the Impossible Marbles Challenge. All right. So all you got to do is come in. We're going to do the course 10 times, the exact same course. I don't know if it's ever been finished, but if somebody finishes it, I will give them $20. Cash App, or one of the other things, you know what I mean. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, one of them things. $20 US. If nobody gets it in 10 attempts tomorrow, I will raise the pot a little bit for the next week, and we'll just keep that going for a little while. Nuka with the win, the only one. Oh no, never mind. I just thought he was the only one. So that will be going on Sunday. I believe it's at 4 Central. I'd have to look, but I don't have the schedule up right now. I also am going to put this out here. I don't know what to do with those points. What points? The points in my channel that have no use right now? Yeah, Alpine. Yeah, so is mine. So Alpine. Oh. I'm not sure. All right, starting us off here, like at the end of each map. Oh, I bet you it's the there's a stamina thing that they do for some reason. I don't know what it is. It's for like the professional marble players. So one other thing I am going to throw out here, just so you guys know. I am going to do a donation to somebody who is in the Lurk Fam. So I will be sending whatever I get for February and March to a person in the Lurk Fam who is dealing with some stuff right now. It is not set up right now, but I will put a tip like command, or I will change the tip command, and it will, I'll have to see how I can do it, but you can tip right directly to this person. But any biddies, sub money, any of that stuff in February and March are going to go to a Lurk Fam member who is struggling with something. That that person does not know that I am doing this, so that is why I'm not saying their name right now. It is somebody you all know. So that is my attempt to help give back even a little more here. So I'm going to snooze these ads because we can make it till the end now. So, for those of you, yes, you are, I believe you're probably thinking of the same person I am. I checked it out last night. You are right. Their tip link is on their page, but I don't really want to out the person, if you know what I mean. So I want to see if there's a way I can conceal who it is or something like that. Or maybe we just do them to me and I send them to them at the end of the month or something like that. You know. So this person I feel is someone who will say that they don't want the help. And that's why I want to do it without saying their name. If that makes sense. Does that make sense to you guys? I hope it makes sense. Alpine with the win. I followed him with the curse cam the whole time and he got the win. Okay. I appreciate you guys. I wanted like your guys' input on it, but it's something that, I mean, whether you donate or not, it's something I'm going to do. Yes, that is exactly who, it's the same person. So, yeah. So maybe if MFN's doing it, maybe I'll just do the same thing. All right, we're going to change this down to 30. We have 2 races left. We are joining. 30 seconds. Get your marbles in. We are starting. We're going to try and finish this in the next 6 minutes. You got to see who I'm going to on the schedule. I know I looked, but I can't remember. King of Gods. Are you up and going, King of Gods? All right. We are off, and we are watching Thor go through the uppy-downy things here. All right. Any other real quick questions for the week? One of the ones that was asked earlier that is pretty important, I think, is not sure when news will be next week. This time does not work very well for me. I have some stuff I have going on Fridays. I understand the importance of doing it before, so somebody like Sabater today can get his picks in before they go over to the goats, you know, that kind of stuff. So I thought about maybe doing it Thursday nights. So I don't know what the plan is for next week yet, but we will keep you updated, okay? We will, there will be a post in LurkFam chat or something about like that. If you have ideas for stuff to talk about, like Yariel with talking about audio issues, that kind of stuff. OG and I think so. I don't know for sure. I know the question you're asking. You have them linked to the same Yariel Twitch account. But I think it goes based off of not Yariel Twitch account, Yariel Discord account. Because you can't link. No? Twitch. Okay, let me think about this a second. We're going to go to the next one. We're going to start it here. We got ads starting in 50 seconds. Snooze. We are joining. We're going to hit the timer right away. Okay, so you have 2 Twitch accounts. Yes, there you go. Lily answered it. It's separate accounts. You can have, don't ask me what the number is, you can have multiple names under the same Twitch account. Or same phone number, email address, however they do it. Oh, you're good, King. Yeah, and I'm not I thought it was 5 or something like that. It was a number bigger than I thought it would be. But I don't know for sure. I would just say right, and Alpine, I think that's the way my 2 accounts are as well. I have separate emails. But I seem to remember, like, is Romy in here still? Romy might be the one that, or Stacks, you know. Romy, do you know how many accounts, how many Twitch accounts can you have tied to one email or phone number? Okay, 5 to a number, 2 to an email. Pretty sure it's 5, but there's a box you need to tick on your settings so you can use the same number. Yes. Yes, and it has to be on the original one. I would assume so, Yariel. Because they're going to be linked together. Yes, so when you create an alt, you have to go back to, like mine. Okay, so I have Illum Goggles, and then I have Owen. On my Illum Goggles account, I have to go click that box that says it's okay to have multiple accounts with that phone number or email address. I do remember that now from when I set that up. Well, apparently I just did today, and I didn't even know that, so hopefully I don't get in trouble. I mean, it's not like it was up there very long, but it's like one of them, like when you go to a job and you're like, oh yeah, I make this much money. But we don't talk about wages here. It's not like I'm making millions. Am I going to finish? I finished. All right. So we are waiting on King of Gods here. He's starting up. We don't let our kids tell each other how much allowance they get. All right. So we did 16 races. So let's see. I have no clue. Barefoot Bandits got 3rd. Yariel Bot got 2nd. Oh, and I won. Bandits, you had 4 wins in there. You must have been horrible after that. All right. Yeah, it is rigged. I mean, you did 11 other races where you probably finished in last, so. I think didn't I win the other night too? All right. Guys, you want to see the impossible track? I got to go in here, I think. Where do I find my favorites? Here we go. I'm just going to do, we're going to do bots. Oh, it's got to have 2. Yeah, we'll just end it after that. All right, here you go. This is the impossible track. With 150 marbles on it, just bot marbles. Let's go out in front, see if we can. So everybody who's around tomorrow is going to get 10 shots at this. Tomorrow. Sunday. Alpine, how old are you? Oh, shit. And... okay. He got me by a couple years. Oh, we had a couple people get through. Oh, I want some Popeyes. All right, we're going to... while this is going on, I'm going to swap over here to the other screen. Pull the old stream up. You got another Spanish one? Oh, this one's getting close to the end. Yeah, that did it. Didn't hit it right in the middle. All right, back over here real quick. We're going to get ready to... what is going on here? Here we go. Stream Manager, we are getting set to raid out to King of Gods 3, who is playing Dragon Ball Xenoverse. Oh, we still got one out on the track, huh? Nope. Missed it. So that is the impossible challenge. That starts Sunday. All right, King of Gods, I am sending it. No, Thor. All right. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Again, guys, if you have questions, you can message me on Discord. You can stop in my stream and ask. You can send me smoke signals. I am here to help. If you have questions, we will find the answers if I do not know them. Okay. Thank you, everybody. What's the flight velocity of an unladen swallow? 12. Lurk fam questions, a-hole. So we are heading over to King of Gods. I will see you, Morse code. 20.1 miles per hour. Did you Google it? Okay, guys. 10 seconds left. So we are going to raid now. Thank you, everybody, for being here. I appreciate it. We will see you all Sunday.